Hello students, today we will continue with circulatory pathways. In circulatory pathways, we see that the circulatory pathways are of two types, open and closed. Students, the circulatory pathways are of two types. This is open type of circulatory system and this is closed type of circulatory system. And what are the differences between the two types of the circulatory system? In open circulatory system, blood flows through large vessels into open spaces called sinuses. In open circulatory system, blood flows through these large vessels into open-ended spaces. These large vessels are open-ended. So the blood flows from large vessels into the spaces, and these spaces are called sinuses. And from these sinuses, blood will be returned back to the heart. And I have used a word hemolymph. Hemo for blood, lymph, lymphatic fluid. So this is the collection of blood and lymph, because there is no separate vessels for the flow of blood and for the flow of lymph. So this hemolymph is collectively drained into the heart through the various pores. If you see in this diagram, if these are the tubular hearts, this is a tubular heart, and out of these are the open-ended blood vessels, and from these blood vessels marked by the black arrow, blood flows into the cavities which are called sinuses, and from these sinuses blood is then returned back to the heart. Whereas in closed circulatory system, blood flows through closed network of blood vessels. And students, in closed circulatory system, blood flows through closed network of blood vessels. The only thing you have to see is that these blood vessels are not open-ended. These are continuous, these are closed. Blood never drain into the cavity directly. So this is closed type of circulatory system. You don't have to go into the details of auxiliary heart or dorsal vessel. You just have to see here that these vessels are closed. So this is an example of closed circulatory system. Next, in open circulatory system, blood flow is less regulated. Whereas in closed circulatory system, blood flows at high speed and is regulated in a better way. And students, from here you can see that when heart pumps, and once the blood is out of these open-ended vessels, heart has no control over this blood. So the flow of blood in these cavities or in these sinuses is less regulated by the heart. That can't be controlled by this heart pumping. Whereas in case of closed circulatory system, as the blood vessels are continuous and they are closed, so the pressure of blood inside these vessels is properly controlled by the pumping of heart. So this type of circulation is better regulated. Now, third, the pressure of blood flow is low, whereas in closed circulatory system, pressure of blood flow is high. In open circulatory system, as the blood is draining into the cavities, and so the pumping of heart is not able to produce enough pressure of blood inside these blood vessels. So blood pressure always remain low. But as these blood vessels are closed, pumping of heart produces high blood pressure through these blood vessels. So pressure of blood is always low in open type of circulatory system, whereas in closed type of circulatory system, pressure of blood is always high. Now, this open regulatory system is present in invertebrates like arthropods and mollusks. Arthropods, I earlier also told you, they are the invertebrates. Invertebrates are those which do not have a vertebral column, and vertebrates are those which have a vertebral column. Our animal kingdom is divided into two parts. One is invertebrates. Invertebrates are those animals which do not have vertebral column, and second is vertebrates. Vertebrates are those animals which have vertebral column. So arthropod and mollusks are invertebrates. And what is the basic difference? In arthropods, they have paired appendages, just like paired legs, just like here you can see. These are the paired appendages. These are arthropods. Whereas in mollusk, they have a soft body. And annelids are also invertebrates. Annelids are also invertebrates, but they are the invertebrates with closed circulatory system. And basically insects comes under this category. And another phylum is chordate. In chordate phylum, most of the vertebrates comes. Most of the vertebrates comes under this category, chordates. And these vertebrates have a definite vertebral column, so they are named vertebrates. So you may be asked, arthropods and mollusks have open circulatory system, whereas annelids and chordates have closed circulatory system. Now students, we here have to study only the vertebrates. Vertebrates possesses a muscular chambered heart. The heart of the vertebrates has two properties. One, it is muscular, it is made up of muscle fibers, and secondly, it is chambered. It means the heart of the vertebrates is divided into different chambers. Thirdly, fishes have a two-chambered heart with an atrium and a ventricle. And if we see fishes have a two-chambered heart. Their heart is made up of two chambers. One chamber is called atrium and second chamber is called ventricle. From the ventricle, blood is pumped to the gills where it gets oxygenated. From there, it is directly pumped to the body, and from body it is pumped to the atrium. So it is a two-chambered heart. In fishes, the heart pumps out deoxygenated blood, which is oxygenated by the gills and supplied to the body parts from where deoxygenated blood. Here, once it is inside the body, it will get deoxygenated. So this deoxygenated blood is returned to the heart, then it is returned to the atrium. And as this blood is passing only once through the heart while completing one cycle of the whole body, so it is called single circulation. Students, there are two types of circulation. One is single circulation and second is double circulation. In single circulation, blood passes through the heart only once while completing one cycle of the whole body. Whereas in double circulation, blood passes two times through the heart in completing one cycle of the whole body. For example, in human beings, blood once will be pumped to the lungs, then it will come back to the heart, then it will be pumped to the whole body, then it will come to the heart. So it will pass two times while completing one cycle of the whole body. So that will be double circulation. But in fishes, there is only single circulation. Now students, amphibians and the reptiles, except crocodiles, have a three-chambered heart with two atria and a single ventricle. And students, amphibians like frog and reptiles, except crocodiles, just like lizard, snake, they have three-chambered heart. They have two atria and a single ventricle. They have two atria, one is right ventricle, one is left ventricle, and a single ventricle. right atrium, left atrium and a single ventricle. In amphibians and reptiles, the left atrium receives oxygenated blood from the gills, lungs or skin. This left atrium receives oxygenated blood from the lungs or gills. Whatever type of animal it is, depending upon that, it receives oxygenated blood. Left atrium receives oxygenated blood, whereas right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from the body, and the right atrium gets deoxygenated blood from the other body parts. However, they get mixed up in the single ventricle, which pumps out mixed blood. And these two bloods, they once in the ventricle, they get mixed up. There is no separation. There is no separation between the two bloods. So oxygenated blood as well as deoxygenated blood, they both get mixed here in the ventricle. And now this ventricle will pump this mixed blood to the lungs as well as to the whole body. So here we are seeing that blood is passing two times through the heart. Once it goes to the lungs, then it again returns to the heart. Once it goes to the rest of the body, it again returns to the heart. Though it is passing two times through the heart while completing one cycle of the whole body, but the two sides of blood is getting mixed here in the ventricle. So this type of circulation is called incomplete double circulation. This type of circulation is called incomplete double circulation because the blood is getting mixed in the ventricle. Now students, in crocodiles, birds and mammals, they possess a four-chambered heart. Mammals, just like human beings, we have four-chambered heart with two atria and two ventricles. There are two atria, right atrium, left atrium, two ventricles, right ventricle, left ventricle. In birds and mammals, oxygenated and deoxygenated blood received by the left and right atria respectively passes on to the ventricles of the same side. Students, oxygenated blood is received by the left. Oxygenated blood is received by the left atrium, that is passed to the left ventricle. Deoxygenated blood is received by the right ventricle and is passed to the right ventricle. So oxygenated and deoxygenated blood received by the left and right atria. Oxygenated blood is received by left atria, deoxygenated blood by right atria. They passes on to the ventricle of the same side. Then they pass the blood to the same side ventricle. Left atrium to left ventricle, right atrium to right ventricle. The ventricles pump it out without any mixing up, and these two ventricles do not mix up the blood. There is a partition in between the two ventricles which is called interventricular septum. This interventricular septum doesn't allow the two sides of blood to mix up. So the right ventricle will pump deoxygenated blood to the lungs and left ventricle will pump oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. So the two separate circulatory pathways are present in these organisms. Hence these animals have double circulation. When the right ventricle will pump deoxygenated blood to the lungs, that will return to the left atrium. This is pulmonary circulation. And second circulation is that left atrium will pump oxygenated blood to the rest of the body, which will return to the right ventricle. This is called systemic circulation. So there are two types of circulation. One is pulmonary circulation from right ventricle to lungs, from lungs to left atrium. And one is systemic circulation. Systemic circulation from left ventricle to the rest of the body and which returns to the right atrium. So this is called systemic circulation. So there are two separate types of circulation. One is pulmonary circulation and second is systemic circulation. So this type of circulation is called double circulation. So students, this was for today, And if you have any doubts in this lecture, you can mention in the comment section. We will answer you as much as possible. And if you want notes, you can download from the description box. Thank you.